talking about the new moon. That is today for some, tomorrow for others, depending on if you're specific time or Central Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be an amazing time of transformation for us to move closer to our goals. So today, I'm going to focus on Libra Rising through Pisces Rising for this new moon in Scorpio, in the nakshatra Anuradha. And Ardra is about victory. It's about being devoted to something or someone, for a very being very committed to something or someone, and it's about meaningful, real relationships. Okay, so we're starting off with Libra. What does Libra rising need to know about this new moon for their personal development and also for their brand strategies for the month of December and this new moon in Anuradha? Okay, the first card out is the scribe, and this would be the hangman. So Libra rising, the this new moon is going to be in your second house. The second house represents money. The second house represents skills that you could have gotten from your father's side of the family. uh the second house, what else? It represents, I want to stay with money right now. I'm going to stay with money, and you're going to have to look at things differently. And I believe this hangman card, the scribe card, is referring to retrograde Mercury being in your second house along with this new moon. Okay, so it could be that you need to look at your money from a different perspective. Also, look at your value from a different perspective. You might need to value your services, which you provide, uh, with more value. Value yourself as an individual for personal development. You might need to look at your value, and then also the value that you provide with your brand, with your services and your products. So Libra rising, we might need to take a look at your sales strategy and see if you can see how much you value yourself and your services and your products through your sales strategy. Is your sales strategy a reflection of how much you value your services and your products? That's what we need to make sure of. Okay. And I'm going to clarify the scribes, this hangman. Okay. So this is charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. Now again, we're talking about your second house. So when it comes to how much you want to make for your brand, when it comes to how much you want to make for your business, are you asking for what you want? Because you have to remember who you are. You are a person, because you were created by God. You can ask for what you want and receive what you want. Do you know that? Do you remember that? This is something we have to always stay aware of, because life in the world can make us forget that we can ask for what we want, and if we believe that we can get what we ask for, then we can have it. Do you remember that though? You have to remember that. Okay, I'm going to clarify one more time, Libra Rising. One more time. Please clarify for Libra Rising. This hangman with ask and receive. Yeah, I believe that you have to change your mindset and transform your mindset, Libra Rising. With this new moon being in Scorpio, it's all about change and transformation. So you're going to have to let go of mindsets that have anything to do with scarcity or lack, and replace that with the energy of abundance. Libra Rising, with you're also going to have Venus in your third house. So there could be money in investing in new skills for your brand and for your business. That could bring your value up. So you want to think about, we're going back to making sure that you see the value in your business. Is there something concerning your brand and your business that you need to develop in? Invest in developing those skills, and that's going to bring your value up, so you can have the confidence to ask for the money that you deserve for your services and your products and your time. So I have my heater on. I've said before, I have my office is outside in the camper that my husband gave me, and I have the heater on that's connected to this camper. So I don't know if it's loud or if it's distracting. Let me know if it is. Then I won't use it again. But yeah, I don't know if it's loud or not. Just let me know. All right, Libra Rising. Here is the card that came out, and it is Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So so you have to see things from a different perspective. And I don't want to also leave out the fact that this is the Hangman in the original tarot, this the scribe card, but it also in Akashic tarot is represents like really writing. It's called the scribe, so writing, and that connects me with this, the inner wisdom. You know what to do. This is Athena, inner wisdom. Take appropriate action. So I feel like Libra rising, there could be a course or something that you want to create, that you want to let's pull another card. it's something that you want to put out there. You might be a little hesitant because you might need to be reminded of your value. I believe that the overarching thing is your value. You might need to be reminded of how valuable you are, how important your message is, how important it is that you say what you need to say. Okay? Yeah, trust and faith. Trust and faith, Libra Rising. That goes back with these two cards go together. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. And also trust and faith. You have to have faith right now in your higher power, whatever that is, and you have to have faith in yourself and in your value. Okay? So in your personal development, you want to really work on transforming, because that's the energy of Scorpio, transforming your relationship with yourself, transforming your relationship with your value. You have to see yourself as valuable and then work on your sales strategy. Before you work on your sales strategy for December, Libra Rising, you have to get your energy up when it comes to how you value yourself and your services and your products. Know that you have what you say, you have what you ask for, and share the wisdom that you know you already have within you. The only thing that can stop you is yourself and your lack of acknowledgement of how valuable what you are and what you have to teach and share is. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Libra Rising. Okay, now we're going to move to Scorpio Rising. I got 2 likes. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Scorpio Rising. Now, this is going to be pretty powerful for you, Scorpio Rising, because this new moon is going to be in your first house. And your first house represents who you are, your personality, your appearance, all those things. It's an overall snapshot of your whole life. Okay? What does Scorpio Rising need to know about this new moon in Scorpio, this new moon in Anuradha, and the whole month of December when it comes to their brand strategies and their personal development? Okay? The Eight of Forces. This is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. Okay. So you're feeling your power, Scorpio Rising. The Eight of Wands has something to do with something like messages coming. You might need, I feel like you're going to have to put a lot more energy into your brand messaging. So you want to look into your brand tone and your brand voice and your brand messaging and even your brand story, Scorpio Rising. That's going to help you a lot with your business and with your brand during this new moon, and that's because you have retrograde Mercury with the new moon in your first house. Mercury is really strong when it's transiting in your first house, or you were born with it in your first house. With Mercury being retrograde and being combust there, you're going to want to do things that honor Mercury. So you want to focus on like mercurial remedies, and that's what we have in Vedic astrology. So, and while Mercury is there, this month of December, you want to focus on like fasting on Wednesdays because Mercury rules Wednesdays. You want to focus on doing a lot of writing. You want to really make sure you're communicating who you are to your audience. And when Mercury is retrograde, you want to do a lot of reflecting so that you can get ready to take action. So now, right now, while Mercury is retrograde, it's a good thing to focus on doing a lot of learning. So learn everything you can about brand tone, learn everything you can about brand voice, learn everything you can about brand messages and brand stories. Okay, and reflect on those things for yourself. And then when January comes around, you should have a really strong messaging strategy for your brand. Okay, so but let's clarify this Eight of Wands. Okay, and we have Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. Okay, now this is in alignment with what I was telling you about your messaging and about learning, because you have retrograde Mercury in Scorpio, and Mercury is opposite of Taurus, which is where Jupiter is retrograde, which is what connects me to this card right here. So your planets that have something to do with teaching and learning are both retrograde. So it's a Scorpio rising. You're going to have to do a lot of reflecting on the lessons that you've learned so that you can share them with other people. Okay. I want to clarify again. All right. And here we have Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Don't second guess yourself about the messages that you want to convey to your audience. Okay? Once you understand and do the learning, do the research on your brand tone, your brand voice. Oh, hello. Okay, I see somebody. Happy blessed Saturday to you, Raul Silva. Okay. So being on live is so cool. But yeah, once you get your messaging right, don't lose your confidence in conveying that message to your audience. Okay, so like I said again, make sure you're educating yourself on your brand tone and your brand voice and your brand messaging and your brand stories, and have confidence when you convey your messaging and your stories, because all this learning with retrograde Mercury and retrograde Jupiter, all this learning and all this reflecting on the wisdom that you've gained is going to help your audience grow and get where they want to get to. So don't discount that, Scorpio rising. All right, send you lots of love too. I appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Scorpio rising. Not Scorpio, Sagittarius. Now, I already did a full video on what Sagittarius rising means for this new moon, but I'm going to still pull a couple cards, and then you can go and look to the full video that I already did on that. Okay. Okay, so Sagittarius rising, you have the King of Wands, which makes sense for Sagittarius rising. This is fire. So you know how to take the passion and the energy and the drive that you have, and you know how to take control of it. You don't let it control you. You know how to take control of it and use it to reach your goals, and in a way that's beneficial for you and others. Okay, so for you, this new moon in Scorpio in Anuradha is going to be in your 12th house. But your first lord Jupiter is still retrograde and it's in your 6th house. Okay, so you could encounter some challenges because the 6th house is challenges and obstacles, and then your 12th house is also like loss and things like that. So this might not feel right now like it might not feel like the happiest time for you, but it's definitely a great time for transformation, as it always is. So let's clarify what this King of Wands means for you, Sagittarius rising. All right. And now we have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Okay, choose peace. You have the King of Wands, and then we have choose peace. Okay, we're going to do some more clarifying, but this is pointing more to the new moon being in your 12th house. And you could be experiencing challenges if you're a woman and you're married. You could be experiencing challenges in your relationship because Jupiter is there. Jupiter represents your husband and it's retrograde. So it could be like reoccurring challenges in your relationship coming up in your daily life, in your daily routine. So what you're going to want to do, especially because you have the moon is going to be there, which represents your emotions, and then you have retrograde Mercury in your 12th house, which represents your mind and the way you communicate. I feel like there's some things you're going to have to let go of. There's going to be some things that you're going to have to like accept the truth. That's what I keep hearing, like accept the truth. Accept the truth, Sagittarius rising, when it comes to your relationship. Now, what I see is a straight woman with also a straight man in a relationship with a heterosexual or straight man. Okay, so if this is what I'm picking up on, is that you have to really stay focused on your mental health, really stay focused on your emotional health, and that's what's going to help you be the King of Wands and take control of your life. In taking control of your life, since the new moon is going to be in your 12th house, there's going to be some things that you're going to lose, but in losing those things, you're also going to gain. You're also going to gain. Now, this is personal development, not so much brand strategies. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you, Sagittarius rising. But it's time for you to take control of your life. You have to take control of your life. You're going to have to lose some, like I said, this new moon being in the nakshatra in Ardra, when we're talking about Vedic astrology, it's about long-term, meaningful relationships. And what are you devoted to? It's understandable to be devoted to a long-term commitment that you made with someone else. If you're going to make a commitment, you have to be committed to that commitment. But you cannot stop being committed to yourself. Sagittarius Rising. You can't stop being committed to yourself. If you notice that people drop off, that relationships drop off with you being committed to yourself, that's what was supposed to happen. That's what was supposed to happen. The 12th house, where Scorpio is about loss. And it's about the in Ardra, where this new moon is, it's about long-term relationships, like I said. So don't be afraid. If you're afraid to lose your relationship, then that's like an energy you don't want to walk in. And this could be a romantic relationship, and it could also be partnerships when it comes to your brand or your business. You don't want to walk in fear of losing anything. You want to walk in confidence, and I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to loving myself. I'm committed to doing what I need to do for myself. And because of that, I can be committed to, I can be committed to these other long-term relationships, but not at the expense of being committed to myself. If they drop off, they drop off. Because we're talking about Scorpio, there is karmic energy that's connected to this new moon energy. And what we don't want to do is fight karma. Is fight what the universe is trying to do for us. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card, Sagittarius Rising. Okay, so now I have Freya, bold. Freya, bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Okay, so for you, your Scorpio rising, it might not be as easy for you to be bold and daring right now, because the planet that rules your first house, one of them, because you have two planets that rule your first house. One is Mars and the other one is Ketu. You have Mars in Cancer, and when Mars rules your first house, and when Mars is in Cancer, it's debilitated, right? So when it's debilitated, it doesn't move the way it usually likes to move. It likes to take action. It likes to go, 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 go. But when Mars, very fiery Mars, is in water, it makes it have you ever tried to like move fast underwater? It's like, oh my gosh, it's frustrating. You cannot do that. But it's going to take extra effort for you to focus on your mental health, focus on your emotional health, focus on being committed to you. and who you really are, and be bold about doing it. And I'm not saying have come from a energy that's like, you know, you know what this is. You don't want to be like this, like, I'm taking care of myself, I'm taking care of my mind. You don't have to be like that with it, but you have to be like, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking care of my mind, I'm taking care of my emotions, I am taking control of my life, I'm taking control of my brand, and I'm being committed to myself. Be committed to yourself and be bold in it. Don't apologize for it, and do not get off track with it. Okay, Sagittarius rising, that's what you need to know for this new moon. Now, it's a lot you're going to have to take control of. This mainly I talked about your personal development, but when it comes to your brand strategies, what you're going to have to take control of is your daily work routine. And that's because your first lord Jupiter is in your sixth house of your daily work routine, and it's retrograde. So you want to reflect on how things are when you don't stay on top of your daily work routine, when you don't stay on top of your workflow or your SOPs or your to-do lists or things like that. And, you know, really reflect on how that affects your mental and your emotional health. It takes a toll on it when you're not organized every day. It drains your energy. So you want to make sure you're focusing on your mental health, your emotional health, your daily work routine, and being committed to you. Okay, get your daily work routine as structured as you can get it. All right, and that's what I have for you, Sagittarius rising. Then we're going to move to Capricorn rising. Now, I know I did a very long video on Capricorn rising, extremely long. I don't think I still have to publish it, so you can look at that too when it comes out. Okay, let me get these cards right here. All right. All right, so we're moving to Capricorn rising. Okay, things are flowing pretty well. All right, now let's do Capricorn rising. Nope, wrong cards. Okay. Okay, I got the King of Forces again. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm also going to try to pull another one just to make sure I'm not double dipping. Okay. And now I have the Two of Keys. So there's some choices. There's some choices that needs to be made, Capricorn Rising. Okay. I want to see what these choices are. Let's see what these choices are for you. We're going to use. Okay. Let's see what these choices are. What choices does Capricorn Rising need to make for this new moon and for the month of December for their personal development and their brand strategies? Okay, so we have the first choice, okay, Mercury. And Mercury is with retrograde and combust Mercury is with the new moon in Scorpio. So that's why that's coming out. Mercury also represents business. And the other choice is divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So I feel like Capricorn Rising, you are going through a lot because, like I said in the other Capricorn video that I did, you've had Pluto in your first house that represents your life. You've had Pluto there since 2020, and Pluto is about to move to Aquarius into your second house. But since Pluto has been in your first house, you've probably been experiencing a lot of change and transformation in your life from the last 4 years. And so right now, it's like you're having to make a choice. You want to take more control with this King of Forces. You want to take more control in your life and in your brand strategies. But there are some choices that you have to make. Do you, one, move forward with all your business ideas that you want to make? I know that with Mercury being retrograde in your with Capricorn, is you will have Scorpio, the new moon, in your 11th house. So you probably have a lot of money making ideas, a lot of business ideas that you want to move forward with. But Mercury is retrograde. When Mercury is retrograde, and especially combust, you don't want to take a lot of action. You want to dig deep, extremely deep into your reflection. Okay? So you want to do a lot of journaling, a lot of meditating on your business ideas, your money ideas, your dreams, and your wishes. the type of associations you want to be connected to. You want to do a lot of reflecting on that. And with this Hilarion healing, what you want to do is you want to make sure that this is in alignment with retrograde Mercury in your 11th house. Honor your sensitivity. When it comes to your mental health, now probably is not the best time to take the action that you want to take. Now is, like I said, a really good time to do the reads, rest, relax, reflect. And then when Mercury comes out of retrograde in your 11th house, that's when it's going to be time to take action. Once you have healed mental health, emotional health, that's when you want to take do those money making ideas. So let me pull some more cards for you, Capricorn Rising. Okay, Freya, bold. So I was going to say this when I saw that the King of Wands came out, but I'm going to say it now because this is a confirmation. There's a lot you're going to feel like you want to take action when it comes to your business, and that's because you have Mars in your 7th house of business, and Mars makes you want to take action. And so what you want to do, you don't want to lose that passion and that drive to take action. But the thing that you want to take action for in your business, you might think is, oh, I need to create my email list. I need to, put this program out or do this or do that. It's you. It's not that you need to take action on things directly in your business. You need to take a more indirect approach and focus on you and taking control internally before you can take control outwardly. And that means getting clear on what you want to do before you take action. That means getting to a place where you're not anxious and you're not doing things that you're not moving from a place of anxiety or being anxious. You're moving from a place of, I've done the work. I'm very clear. I have done the meditation, the quiet time, the journaling. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go. And so I feel like there's a lot of decision making, a lot of clarity that you need before you move forward. So all the energy that you have, put it towards getting clear and being clear before you make decisions. And that's what's going to help you move forward in your personal development and also your brand strategies. Okay, Capricorn Rising. I also did a video for you that was separate from this, that you can look. I believe that was live, so you can look in the lives category of my YouTube channel and see the video that I did for you, Capricorn Rising. That's long. I think it's like 28 minutes. So you'll see that there. So now I'm going to put these up, and then we're going to move. Now we're going to move to Aquarius Rising. So we're moving to Aquarius Rising. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. Every like, every comment, I appreciate that. I really do. Okay, so now we're doing, let me get these off. Okay. Okay. I did Capricorn, now we're doing Aquarius. Okay. Okay. So the Eight of Scrolls. So more choices. It's more choices that need to be made, Capricorn Rising. Okay. Yeah, it's choices that need to be made, but you need to make a choice to get unstuck. You need to get out of your head and see things for the way that they really are, and see yourself for who you really are. Okay, so let's do some clarifying for you, Aquarius Rising. Okay. And this is Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power Okay, so for you, Aquarius rising, the new moon is and retrograde Mercury is going to be in your 10th house because it's in Scorpio. But also the position of Mars being in your 6th house is also important. Having courage could be difficult in your daily work routine. Being confident in your daily work routine. Having the energy that you need to do what you need to do in your daily work routine, it could be challenging right now. You could have competition right now when it comes to you doing, yeah. Now I see it. Hold on, Aquarius rising. Aquarius rising. Hold on, Aquarius rising. Now, someone or something outside of you could be making you feel like you can't take the path that you want to take when it comes to your personal development and also when it comes to your brand strategies. The words coming from outside are fighting with what you know about yourself, what you know that you want to do, and how you feel about yourself and the direction that you want to take. This is not a fight that is physical. It's very much, it could be like mental manipulation, mental abuse, but it's something that's not physical. It's something that you can't see. The unseen is fighting against your ability to make the choices that you want to make to move forward. And it's causing you to overthink and feel stuck, Aquarius rising, when it comes to your brand, when it comes to your business. It's very important that you allow yourself to shine right now. And it doesn't matter who else or what else is trying to dull your shine. You have to have the confidence in your daily routine to dig into your inner strength, Aquarius rising, so you can move forward against what anything else that could be trying to keep you where you are. There are so many forces that you don't even see that are trying to keep you where you are and even push you back, Aquarius rising. But you can't be devoted. Again, you have to be devoted to your path. You have to be devoted to you. You can't be devoted to what other people might think or other people might say. It's going to take a lot of strength for you to call upon what you need to call upon for you to move forward, but you can do it. And you have to do it to have the success that you want. Why? Because it's a lot coming at me at the same time for you, Aquarius rising. I'm going to need to pull some more cards. But the sun is as strong as it can get. It has the most strength when it's in your 10th house. The sun loves being in your 10th house. So it wants you to allow yourself to shine. But the other thing that gives you confidence and energy other than the sun is Mars. And Mars is in your 6th house of competition. So even if you're not competing with someone could be very possibly competing with you in a way that's sneaky, in a way that's underneath the surface, because we're talking about Scorpio. So what I need you to do is really protect your mind and protect your spirit and protect your purpose spiritually. Because I feel like there's a lot of spiritual warfare, Aquarius rising, that's coming against you that you might not even see to stop you from being successful. And that's why you have to like put your blinders on and just focus on where you want to go, regardless of whatever else could be happening around you. Please clarify this Eight of Scrolls for Aquarius Rising. Okay, Yamaya, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. And this is also important because the moon in your 10th house does mean you can have more opportunities. It means people in the public see you as a teacher. People in the public see you as a nurturer. People in the public in your, because I'm saying this because I'm looking at the aspect of the moon being in your 10th house. The moon being in your 10th house means that you're starting off this new moon in this December with the public being attracted to you in a way like they see you as a teacher. They see you as someone they can learn from, and you want to take advantage of that opportunity, Aquarius Rising. And that's why it's so important for you not to be stuck in this, should I do this or should I do that? You have to really dig in. Don't get stuck in your head. Don't get stuck at all. As difficult as it might be, make sure you have your inner strength. Allow yourself to shine, um, and take advantage of any opportunities that are coming towards you. Don't give yourself a time limit. Let's say you get an opportunity and you're like, well, let me think about it. Give yourself a time limit. Are you going to think about it for 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours a week? Give yourself a time limit because it's going to be easy for you to get stuck in your head. What you want to do is take action so you can take advantage of these opportunities. Okay, Aquarius Rising? All right, now we're moving on to the last sign, which is Pisces Rising. The last sign is Pisces Rising, and here we go. Okay, Pisces Rising, we have the World card, the Uriel and the Sphinx, but it's reversed. Okay, now right now you have Rahu in your first house, Pisces, and that's why I feel like the World card is reversed. In March, Rahu is going to move to Aquarius, and it'll be out of your first house. And I feel like that's when a lot of change and transformation can happen in your world. I'm going to pull some clarifying cards, Pisces Rising. Mm-mm. Okay, and we have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Okay. Pisces rising, Venus is not. Paul the Venetian for me represents Venus, and Venus is not in Pisces where it's exalted, but it is in Sagittarius, another Jupiter ruled sign. And for you, Venus is in, let me see, Pisces, Aries, Taurus. It's in the third house. So when it's talking about share your gifts, Venus is in your third house, which is your third house represents communication. So you need to be communicating a lot more. And when you start to communicate whatever your gifts are, and this is for personal development, and this is also for your brand strategies. When you start communicating what your gifts are, it's going to help you move to the next level in your life. Okay? It's going to help you to go to your next cycle, the next level of where you need to go in your life and your business. Let's pull some more cards. So for you, you might need to focus on marketing a lot more, and marketing and your brand message. But your brand message is very much connected to marketing because you have to communicate your brand message in your marketing. So you might want to get clear on those things. Share your gifts, communicate your gifts. You might need to get on more platforms that came really strong. You might need to add more platforms to your social media networking, to your social media strategy. So if you're just on YouTube, you need to get on LinkedIn. You need to get on. I'm not saying get on all the platforms, but if there's a platform that you've been itching to get on, you might want to add that on to your marketing, your content strategy. Okay, so for some of you, it might be you're on TikTok, but you need to get on Instagram, or you're on Instagram, you need to get on YouTube. Is anybody on Blue Sky? I've been need to. I want to. My family keeps telling me to get on Blue Sky. I need to get on Blue Sky to see what this is about. I want to support Blue Sky just for what it stands for, but I haven't. I'm staying strong on YouTube. I want to get as good as I can on YouTube so I can move to LinkedIn. That's my plan. That's my strategy. But I feel like you need to communicate your marketing a lot more. It might be email marketing that you need to focus on more. It might be that you need to network more. But no, I really feel it's your overall. Look at your overall marketing strategy. Look at your overall marketing strategy. When I said Venus was in your third house, it is not. I meant Jupiter is in your third house in Taurus. Jupiter is in your third house in Taurus. But Venus is in, okay, so you have Virgo in your seventh house. You have Libra in your eighth house. And you have Scorpio in your ninth house. That's where the new moon is going to be in your ninth house. So it's a lot of focus on making sure that you're in alignment with your purpose, making sure that you are continuously educating yourself on your higher learning or your ongoing education that's related to whatever area that you're in your business or in your brand. But Venus would be in your 10th house. Okay? Venus is in your 10th house. So you need to share your gifts and share your talents with your in your work environment with the public. Okay? And this is sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships. Okay, now avoiding harsh relationships. Your with Venus being in your 10th house of your work environment, Venus also does represent relationships. So your relationships right now really do affect the way you show up in the public, the way your reputation is affected as a brand or a business. Your relationships really affect that, and that again goes back to this new moon being in Ardra, which represents really meaningful relationships. So you're going to have to evaluate your relationships and how they could be keeping you from going to the next level, your next cycle in your brand or in your business, how that could be keeping you from expressing your gifts and talents. You really need to be reflecting on that. So it says you are becoming increasingly sensitive, avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So you're really going to have to take care of yourself, Pisces rising. To get the victory in the end, because your Venus is in Uttara Ashada, not Purva Ashada. It's in Uttara Ashada right now in Sagittarius, and it's about the victory. There really are some relationships that are holding you back, and you have to be honest about them. And it could be relationships in your work environment that are holding you back. It might not be romantic relationships, but I feel like it's all in your mind. I'm not telling you to allow yourself to be gaslit or to even gaslight yourself. What I'm saying is you want to make sure you're not saying, well, these people or this person thinks about me a certain way, and because of that, I can't do this or I can't express that. You don't want to think like that. You don't want to move like that. Okay. I'm gonna put one more card for you, Pisces rising, and then that'll be it. That will be it. One more card for Pisces rising. Okay. This is galactic. So this is, for me, don't limit yourself, because you can't put any limits on the universe. We know what we know about the universe and what's out there, but that's just what we know. There's so much more to be known about the stars and galaxy and the universe that we don't even know. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. And this is how much you don't want to limit yourself. I feel like you're allowing the way that you perceive your relationships to put a lot of limits on how you think about yourself and how you move forward. But you want to take every single limit that you can off of yourself and move forward. That's what Rahu in your first house has been trying to get you to do ever since Halloween 2023, is move forward and focus on what you want to focus on. It's so many ways that you need to reflect on how different types of relationships are holding you back from moving to your next level. And it's so important that you move to your next level and get in gear with with Rahu moving out of your first house in March of next year, 2025. You really have to focus on how you're just going to focus on you, be obsessed with you and where you want to go. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Pisces Rising. Hopefully this was helpful. Don't forget on Monday, see, what I was going to do is these put these accountability sessions basically that I'm doing for the different cycles of the moon in my membership group. But this morning I just decided what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go live with these accountability sessions. And the first one I'm doing is Monday. So you can we're going to do a monthly brand ritual, and we're going to talk about networking, because like I keep saying, this Anuradha has so much to do with meaningful relationships. So we're going to focus on networking being a main focus to your monthly brand strategy. And then we're going to be looking at cards, and you can bring your chart and let me know what's there. Let me know your information if you feel comfortable, and we can really review what's going on for you personally and set goals for the month when it comes to your brand strategy, and stay on track. Every week I want to say Monday I'm going to be talking about the new moon, how to set goals and intentions for your brand strategy, your brand ritual for this whole month of December. And then next week we'll be going over the first quarter moon and how that can help you, and then the full moon the next week, and then the last quarter moon the week after that. We just want to stay accountable and stay in alignment with the stars. Okay, so that's going to be the first call. The first session is going to be this Monday at 6 p.m. right here, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in Arkansas. So 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to be looking at setting goals for this new moon. So hopefully I will see you there. And until I see you next time, remember that your brand is sacred.